and welcome grade 10s to the Electrostatics task video. You can use this video as revision or as an assessment tool. Remember to pause the video after each question and write down your answer. Question 1 refers to these two objects. A is positively charged and object B is negatively charged. Let's look at the questions related to these objects. Are these statements true? If not, you need to correct them. Object A contains more positive charges than object B. Object B contains more electrons than protons. Would A and B attract, repel, or neither attract nor repel one another? Explain how B may have become negatively charged. Explain what happens when a spark forms between A and B. Object A attracts object C. Object B repels object C. What is the charge on object C? Object A attracts object D. Object B attracts object D. Explain why this can be so. Object A repels object E. Would object B attract E or repel it? In question 2, you need to suggest how to test if an object of unknown charge is charged or neutral. Object A is negatively charged. Object B is positively charged. Object C's charge is unknown. Object A attracts object C. This might mean that C is charged, or it might mean that it is neutral and it is being polarized. Explain a further test that could be done to find out whether C is charged or neutral. Here is a guide for your answer. Explain what you will do and how you will interpret your results to show whether C is charged or neutral. Question 3 is about identical spheres on insulated stands. One has a charge of positive 3 coulombs and the other of positive 2 coulombs. Discharge occurs. Which way will electrons move between the two spheres, and why do you say this? Will the sphere which loses electrons in discharge become more or less positive? Will discharge neutralize the two spheres? What will the final charge on each sphere be? Question 4 starts by reminding us of the charge on one electron. Now let's look at the questions linked to this. State the principle of quantization of charge. What is the charge of an object which has 1 million fewer electrons than protons? Are these charges possible? The next question is about an investigation. The procedure and observations are first given. Then you are asked to provide evidence from this for 4 conclusions the investigator draws. There are 2 parts to this investigation. Both start with 2 pieces of sellotape which are placed next to one another. They neither attract nor repel one another. In part A of the investigation, these 2 pieces of sellotape are both stuck onto a desk and pulled off. Now they repel one another. In part B of the investigation, again, 2 pieces of sellotape which neither repel nor attract one another are used. Now, one is stuck onto a desk and the other stuck on top of this one. They are pulled off the desk and apart. Now they attract one another. For each of the questions, you need to say which observation suggests the conclusions given. These are: pulling the sellotape strips off surfaces made them charged. There are 2 types of charge. Like charges repel. In B, the pieces of sellotape must have become charged oppositely to one another. Thank you for joining us for this series, Grade 10s. If you had any problems with these questions, please watch the other videos in the Electrostatics and Charges series for more help, or go to our website. You can also find the answers to these questions in the series guide. Goodbye.